Friday, September 29th, 2023. Alien sightings increase. Is this an invasion? At least it's pretty. Researchers responds over alleged algae invasion. Dwarfera tech teams up with Golomix Industries to produce self-healing concrete technology. Self-healing concrete? Hello? Heya. Why am I all the way over here? Knock knock, anyone there? No, I'm zoning out. Everyone's zoning out. Mr. Bailey's, hi. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you come in. How are you tonight? I'm alright. But you look pretty distracted. Penny for your thoughts? Oh, you can have them for free. I was just pondering the hidden state of things. How different the world is under the surface, compared to what we think it is. Nothing and no one is exactly how they appear to be. Funny, I was having similar thoughts on my way here. I guess now that we spend so much time on social media, people believe we can be summed up in a picture or a sentence. But it's not like that. It's not that easy to know someone. Even if that someone is yourself. Especially if that someone is yourself. Sounds like we agree on this. We sure do. And it's been on my mind a lot the past few days. Does that have anything to do with your wedding to Miss Lua? Got it in one. How are things on that front? A few days ago we decided to take some time apart to think. Well, that sounds ominous. No, I don't mean it like that. It wasn't a breakup or even a break. Whew. We've been through so much, there's no walking back on our relationship now. But sometimes you're so together that you lose sight of the bigger picture, you know? I think I see what you mean. So we decided to give each other a little bit of space. And figure out what we really want out of our wedding. And more importantly, out of our marriage. I see. Have you made any progress on that front? Do you want the short version or the long version? I'm always here for the full story. Alright then. I'm gonna tell you everything. But I think I should order first. Sure thing. What can I make you tonight? I'm not feeling fussy, so anything warm will do. So, anything really. Makes sense. What about a herbal tea then? Hibiscus? Butterfly tea? Butterfly pea or hibiscus sounds great. With milk and honey, please. Let's do butterfly with milk and honey. Dreamin' Blue. Here you go. Here you go. I hope you like it. Thanks, Akablisa. This is so nice, and it brings me way back. You know how I'm not really in touch with my family anymore? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Don't be. I don't even miss them most of the time. In the end, they're just a random bunch of people, and we don't have very much in common. It's good that you've learnt that about yourself, Mr. Baileys. I think so too. There's just one person I miss, but I've been missing her for a while now. Ah, someone who passed away, I'm guessing. Exactly, spot on again. I used to have a very close relationship with my great-great-aunt. When I was little, my parents fought all the time. I still remember in my bones how that would make me feel. The fear that one of them or both of them would walk away and abandon me. A bit ironic in hindsight, but then it was many years ago. Yes, it's quite normal for a little child to care about their parents, no matter who they are or how they behave. That's true. Anyway, I spent almost all my evenings curled up in a ball in my room, trying hard not to listen to all the shouting, except my gran came to visit me. Not that her being around prevented the fighting, mind you. Elven high society is amazing at keeping up appearances. Except in front of family. But she got how it made me feel. So she went out on her way to take the sting out of it. She would keep me company and bring me a cup of herbal tea with milk and honey in it. Drinking this now with you, it feels a lot like family again. Aww. Sounds like she was a perceptive person. She truly was one of the best of them, until she got sick. Oh no, how did that happen? I thought elves don't get sick. Ah, see, that was part of the elven disinformation. Elves don't get sick with your little run-of-the-mill colds, but they do get big, bad diseases like everyone else. And it's not uncommon for us to die from them. Except there's this assumption in elven society that if you live the right sort of life, you'll pass away peacefully in your bed. So that's what families say most of the time when someone dies. Incidentally, that also means that they need to pretend everything is fine until the very last moment. So that's what they did with my aunt. They basically shut her in during her last few weeks. That sounds really awful. It does. Like, you're literally in prison, basically. House arrest for the last weeks of your life and you know that they're coming. That's horrible. I did manage to visit her and she put on a brave face, but it was clear she wasn't happy. But then she wasn't very happy before that either. At least she had you. It must have been a little consolation, but yes, I'm glad I was able to be with her. Ugh, to think I came very close to being trapped with those people. I'm pretty sure she would have hated that for me. A little part of me hopes she'd be proud of me right now. I'm certain she would be. Thanks, Lisa. Here you are, letting me blab on again. It's more than fine, but do you think growing up among conflict might explain why things are, well, a bit difficult to work out sometimes between you and Lua? I definitely think that's a part of it. In fact... Silver! And Amanda. Good evening. Hi, Lisa. And hi, I don't think we've met before. I'm Silver. I'm Bailey's. Nice to meet you. And I'm guessing you're Amanda? We are, but you do not appear to be a hive. How did you... Lua told me she ran into you a week or so ago. Oh, the purple, the nice earthling we met on our first night here. That is a satisfactory explanation. And so you are her date? A little more than that. I'm her fiance. Truly? Fiance is a successful outcome of dates with a 0.013% probability. Congratulations on your excellent odds. Actualization. Thank you. Now, Cafe Offspring, we are wishing for a drink. Cafe Offspring? How did you acquire that new title? I don't know. Alright, sounds like something I shouldn't prod too hard. Never mind me. You were about to order, Amanda? We were. And what we wish for is a memorable parting experience. Are you leaving? Ah, I suspected something like that. Last visit in a while, huh? This is accurate. I take it you've completed your research on Earth. Almost. We're quite satisfied with our outcomes of our mission. Interesting. That sounds like there's a story there. But first, tell me what sort of experience you are after. We wish to have something we have never had before. It's time to get creative then. Yes. Take care not to reuse any ingredient you have served us in the past. I don't think I've given her hot chocolate. Oh, milk chocolate. Let's give her that. Here you go. Hopefully this tastes new to you. The novelty coefficient does not clear the expected parameters, but it does not seem very important right now. We wonder why this is the case. You may be getting a little emotional, Amanda. We do not wish to discuss this. Yes. Oh, she's getting sad. She's gonna leave her brother. Anyhow, I trust the agent gave you no more trouble. That is one quite close, actually. We had a little brush with the authorities, you see. Yeah, Lua mentioned that. He made her really angry. She was still seething when she came home that night. Oh, please tell her I'm grateful for that. Well, that agent kept looking into things even after his second visit here. The scariest thing was when he came by to my cafe. Or what he thought was my cafe. I really feared he was onto us, but apparently he just enjoyed the chat we had here the other night. Or that's what he said anyway. I don't know if that was true, but when he saw the cafe wasn't opened yet, he ended up leaving and hasn't shown up since. That's a relief. Yes, we have thought on it for a while, and we have decided we do not care for that sort of excitement. Not if that makes our siblings so sad. You've really gotten the hang of emotions now, haven't you, Amanda? Thank you, Offspring. If that is the case, we are content. That means our mission is well and truly accomplished. Did you come here specifically to pick up Earthling emotions? No, we came here for research purposes of general Earthling research. But it appears to us now that emotions are one of its most interesting aspects. We will be submitting a, you call it, academic paper? Uncontrolled stimuli and reflexive neural patterns, deep-level communications in hive versus non-hive species. Wow, sounds like a thesis. That's how you know it's serious research. I don't even understand the title. Amanda always was the brains of the family. That wasn't your only mission, though, Amanda, right? If you're leaving, does that mean... Yes. Pearl and I did go out on a date. Right. You're looking for love, aren't you? I am. I was, I think. I think I may have found it. Wait, wasn't the first date a really short time ago? Just a couple of days. But I've been waiting a while, and I really think this is it. When I took up this mission from the hive when I came to Earth, and during the entire process when I changed and changed, what I was hoping was that someone would see me for who I am. And I really think she does. That's so great, but I'm curious. Doesn't being in a hive provide that experience of feeling seen? It does, and it does not. In fact, we hope that it is something our research might improve. The hive sees thoughts and desires, honestly, but it is not able to communicate the reasons for those desires, the emotions, as it were. We do not dwell on those, nor will we start to do so in excess, but it seems to us now that they may be worthy conveying. At least to some extent. Yeah, what Amanda said is a part of it. I was very unaware of my emotions when I first came to Earth, and I was really bad at communicating them clearly to others. In some ways I still am. It will always be hard for me to grasp them than for most people, but when I started to understand them, I was both fascinated and scared, which is not an uncommon experience, I think. It's really not. It requires a good deal of courage to look at your emotions honestly. It certainly requires some time. And even more time to find someone who can look at them with you. Not get scared and take them as they are. Someone who can see you clearly and kindly. It's a precious thing when that happens, huh? A rare and beautiful thing. Has that been your experience with Lua? It definitely has. I almost forgot how much it mattered too. I'm lucky that I have good friends who remind me of that. So does that mean you and Lua found some answers? Oh, the heck with it. I can't hold my tongue any longer. I'm sorry to interrupt your goodbyes, you guys, but Akablisa, I'd like to officially invite you to a little surprise ceremony. Which will take place in 3 days. 3 days hence. Wow, that's an awesome answer indeed. Yeah. Taking a little time to think really cleared our heads. We had gotten bogged down in the details and in our own insecurities, to be honest. So we decided to make it simple again. He gonna elope. It's like what I was saying in the other one. I think like anyone I've ever talked to who's planned a wedding, they get to a point where they're like, nah, I'm just gonna elope. Why am I doing this? No fuss, no massive expense, nothing like that. Just us and our closest family members, whether we got them at birth or chose them ourselves. I'm very touched, Mr. Baileys. Ah, come on, Arcablisa. You know you mean a lot to the two of us, as is this place. Speaking of which, I also have a Hyde's invitation here. A special invitation card for a certain someone. Alright. Well, Hyde and Gala's invitations, seeing how that's his obvious +1. Would you give it to them when you see them? It would be an honor. Silver and Amanda, I don't have a card for you, but you're in the cafe family as well, so I'm sure Lua won't mind. Would you like to join us for the party? Ah, party? This is our first experience being invited to a party. That is 99.999% pleasant. And 0.001% disappointing that we have to refuse. Yeah, I truly appreciate the offer, Baileys, but sadly we're leaving Seattle tomorrow. Really? That's more sudden than I expected. Are you going back to space then, Amanda? Not yet. We're going on an adventure. Well, that sounds exciting. It really is. Amanda and I are taking a trip through the city, through the country, and maybe even a bit further if we got time. We're basically going to be tourists. Tourist is such a fascinating concept. Although our sibling explained it to us multiple times, we still find it hard to comprehend. We always thought that traveling must be a mission, a purpose, but it seems that tourism is traveling with no other purpose than traveling, which is in essence circular reasoning. It may well be, but it's still a lot of fun. In fact, I'd say it's the real purpose of tourism. To have fun, to relax, to see beautiful things, to enjoy life, you know? Enjoyment is a purpose? That is new to us, but we are 99.999% excited to try it out. So am I. I've never been out of Seattle since I arrived. I guess I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to blend in, that I would have to restart everything from scratch, but knowing that you're here, Arcaplisa, that I always have a place to return to where I feel home. Well, that makes me a lot less nervous. I'm very glad to hear that, Silver. Oh, so adorable. This cafe is their safe place. Not what you want, though. Friends and family. Safe space. I think I should order a drink. Oh, of course. What can I make you? I'd like it to reflect the spirit of our upcoming adventure, but I'm also in the mood for something sweet and soothing. So, sweet and soothing with an adventurous kick. Yes, that's exactly right. Then how about some hot chocolate with something extra to make it fun? Oh, I'd love that. Hot chocolate with some sweetness and some spice would be amazing. With some sweetness and spice. Spice is usually not cinnamon, it's ginger. The heck? That's a name. Here is 299.792.458 for a Lightspeed traveler. Oh, it's Lightspeed. Oh, we like this name. It is evocative and adventurous. Evocative? Yes, is the speed of light not evocative of great adventures? The speed of light. Oh, wow. Way to target your audience, Arcablisa. Thank you. But do you like the taste, Silver? The name is one thing, the taste should be good. I love it. This is exactly what I wanted. It's got a spicy kick of ginger to start with, which helps you on your toes. But then the honey makes it sweet and comfortable. In fact, it reminds me of you, Amanda. How does the taste remind you of us? I guess he's saying that you're sweet, but with a strong character as well. That's about right. We do not entirely comprehend it, and yet we are pleased. Well, that settles it then. Whenever you miss Amanda, Silver, you can come here and I'll make you this drink. I'd like that. Thank you, Arcblisa. Whoa. Earthquake? What was that? Whoa, careful there. You don't want to spill a drink you enjoy this much. Oh, you're right. I'm just so excited I can barely sit still. I can imagine. A first trip across the country is a big deal. It is, but that's not the only reason I'm excited. The girly? Okay, that was quite the dramatic pause. I really want to know what you're going to say now. You guys seem to lead a very interesting life. Oh, not at all. I think I'm quite the boring person. With a secret society and an alien background? It's true that some of my life circumstances are a bit unusual, but this particular thing is very commonplace. Our sibling is excited because his date will be joining us. And in fact, we must be fair and acknowledge that we may have misjudged her based on her lack of facial symmetry. Though Pearl's features are 9.231% different from left to right, we agree that her movie analysis 99.999%. Wow, hold on. Amanda, you've met Pearl and you talked about movies? And now she's joining you two on a holiday? How did any of that happen? We watched Orc Westerns all together last night. Pearl likes them a lot as well. You don't exactly sound thrilled. Fortunately, she also likes space travel operas. I see. Learning couple compromises the hard way. I suppose so. Well, I'm glad to hear that she's met Amanda and that they got along. Does that mean she also knows where you're from, Silver? She does. In fact, I told her about that on our first date. Wow, that's very brave. It's very hard to put yourself out there under any circumstances to reveal something so vulnerable to someone you've just met and are starting to like. That takes guts. You're kind, but I don't think so. To be honest, I hadn't planned it that way. Although I've always felt safe here with the regulars. I know that not everyone would be open-minded about me, and so I wasn't sure I'd say anything to Pearl that night. But as we were talking, I was so happy to learn more about her, about who she is, and I realized that I didn't want her to have an incomplete picture of me. My past is a part of me. If my goal is to find someone who sees me for who I am, then she needs to know about that too. And in the end, that was the right decision. True. Well, I will say if she'd heard your story and that changed how she viewed you, then she wouldn't have been worth your time anyway. That's fair. But still, even knowing that, I admire you a lot. Yeah, it's better to get that stuff out of the way early. Like the potentially controversial things. The truth is, and this is a bit of a strange thing to say, but I think I'm proud of who I've become. And I want the people I love to be proud of me too. What is proud? Proud is... For yourself, I think it's when you start being satisfied with what you're achieving, especially if you have to fight to get there. And for others, it is when you think of someone you care about, consider who they are and the way they're acting, and it just fills you with joy. Ah, we see. Then we are definitely proud of you. You two are a really sweet family. And so are you and Miss Lua, Mr. Baileys. True. Chosen families can also rock. Yes, when we met Pearl, we came to a conclusion that there is no difference in nature or expression between a family that you are born with and a family that you acquire by choice. Both demand work and understanding. There may be minute differences in the specific process, but the bond appears to be 99.999% similar in the end. So it is. Well, we should probably get going. Yes, we must go pack. First time I see someone get excited about that specific part. What Amanda really means is that I must pack. Well, she analyzes the earthling ritual of folding shirts, rolling up socks, and so on. Precisely. This is further information for our research. We're thrilled. Good luck, Silver. Indeed. Enjoy your trip, both of you. I hope you'll tell us all about it when you're back, Silver. I will. Good night, you two, then. Hasta la vista, strangers. Huh? All questions. Oh, goodbye to you two. Silly, silly. They're very cute. There's never a dull moment in your cafe, Arcablisa. I try. Speaking of which, would you like to hold some party or after party for the wedding here? I know it's not a very large space, but perhaps whether we'd like it? We'd love it. Honestly, I didn't want to impose, but there's no place that could be a better fit. And I don't mind that it's not very large. It's gonna be small. It's gonna be a small, cozy wedding. So that's perfect. I wonder if we'll get to see them in like their tux and dress. Ooh! I'm excited. It's settled then. Ah, Lua's gonna be over the moon when I tell her. In fact, I'm gonna go tell her now. That's a very exciting prospect. You want to know where I got these awesome sunglasses? Check out my sponsor here. Been working with them for eons and I always love their stuff, but you know that already. Hashtag ad. Normal schedule. I'm very lucky to have people who's with me no matter what, and I won't take that for granted. I want to see Aqua and Metal more in my shop. It really is. Thanks again, Arcablisa. You're like a guardian angel for us. And on that note, I'm off. Good night. I wonder if I'll get to like actually experience the wedding in this game. Like if we'll close for a day and go there. Or not. More like guardian hive mind. Good night, Mr. Baileys. I hope so. I want to see ya. I want to see the round mail. We've seen their journey so much. I want to see more. I want to see more, and I'm excited. I hope I get to hear a lot of, or like at least one, maybe a few, silly stories from Silva about their trip. No, I hope that they make another one, and like at that time, Silver and Pearl are the ones getting married and planning, and they chat to everybody about like, how do I do this? That would be awesome. Or if they have their baby and they're half alien, half human baby. Gonna be so